Hey guys, welcome back again here to the Mopar Nationwide series. I am Dylan, and we're here for race number 5 of season 3. Go way out here to the West Coast here in California. We're here at the Auto Club Speedway for the running of the Royal Purple 300. Now, Bristol overall for both series last week was pretty calm, I guess you could say, and that's kind of out of the ordinary for Bristol. So, what to expect at Auto Club? Well, this is a big track, and wouldn't be surprised by the time the first lap is over. We have 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide racing here. So there's going to be a lot of interesting racing here today. And a lot of drivers, again, it is early trying to gain spots up in the standings. It is still fairly early, but it's kind of have to get consistent with these runs, because you know how this goes. The Nationwide, all season long, there's no chase, there's nothing like that. It's just whoever has the most points at the end of the season for the whole season overall is your champion. As the guys on the pole right behind the pace car, Danny Wells. He is your poster today in the Quaker State Chevrolet, new colors this week for the JR Motorsports team. And the irony, who's starting second, well, actually it's not really more about the driver, it's about the car. That's Danny's ride from last season when he won the championship in season 2. He drove that 60 car for Roush Fenway Racing, and now he's starting on the inside of his older ride. So that has to be awkward. But Danny Wells and rookie Daniel Hummel on the front row today, looking to try to get a good run today. Richard Johnson and Michael Norman in row 2. Norman, the winner in the Cup Series race at Bristol last week, picked up his first win. Still looking for that first one here in the Nationwide Series. And then we go over here to James Qualls and the 81 of Joshua Osborne, who's starting right in front of his teammate Chris Dollerton, who has Eric Burden to his inside. Let's go back another row. Cody Lamas and Sean Henley. Henley in the NOS Energy colors this week. And then we got Sam Young and Randy Carpenter right there. So, we're going to get this field rolling behind the pace cart and get ready for the command and all the good stuff.
Just like I told these boys in the meeting, we don't need anything over the top today.
And we're going to get a good view from here. We can see the whole entire field. Make sure nobody has a problem here on the initial start. No mechanic failures or engine failures or all that good stuff. And looks like everybody's good. We haven't had one of those failures yet this season. So anyway, continuing on, get ready for this race. Here's your look at today's starting lineup here in the Royal Purple 300. There's your look at today's starting grid for race number 5. The Dodge Charger pace car is leading the field around turns 3 and 4, and yes, very wide track compared to Bristol. It's going to be a lot of interesting racing. The pace car has headed off to pit road as Danny Wells, your defending champion, and Daniel Hummel in his old ride will lead them down to the green flag, and we are racing here at Auto Club. And again, cars are going to be searching all over the place, find their lines, see where their car's going to be best at. Some will be down at the bottom like Danny Wells, Richard Johnson, others. Some, like Randy Carpenter, will be up almost against the wall. Doesn't take long for this field to spread out as we got a battle for the lead. Richard Johnson to the inside of Danny Wells, and James Qualls going to take a lane lower in the 70. Qualls missed out on a win last week. Oh, he got out of the groove right there. He didn't want to hit Richard Johnson. The cars are hitting the wall back there. That's Daniel Hummel and Sean Henley teammates. Danny Wells going to lead lap 1. And there they are. Look at the damage already to the 60 car. He's already gotten too high and already hit the wall. And you see the damage on the side of that race car. He's really holding up everybody. Him and Henley started near the front. They're already almost to the back already. And that 60 car was the outside pole sitter. Across the line in 21st. Here he dropped halfway through the field. And I know he's fallen even farther back then. Since then. Dylan Young, Sean Hindley, and Jake Rogers. Oh! How did they not wreck? Steve Gonzalez, somebody all got together, and Hummel just about got turned by Dylan Young. How those guys kept it together, I don't know. Daniel Voiles is on the apron. Alright. That was a close call. And that was right around last week's winner, Steve Gonzalez, who finally got that Willis pick out of the way and won. Brody Banta and James Qualls just rubbed doors. Wow, these drivers are racing pretty aggressive already. It's only lap 3 of 25, which I forgot to mention. That there was 25 laps. Look at this stack of cars. The field is really slowed up behind the 51 of Xavier Livingston or something. There's another car hit the wall. That's Ricky Hawk in the black and orange car. That's still a GoDaddy sponsored car. And James McLeod's back there racing hard with. That is Seth Cole. Oh my goodness, that 8 car, Joshua Mudd. This is a mess back here. Look at this. Ryan Acosta's right there rubbing doors now with Seth Cole. There's Zohar Mudden, the guy everybody thought should have won last week. Don't like the looks of this pack right now. And James McLeod, like a document, usually see him in a different paint scheme. Alright. Zohar Mudden and Joshua Mudd apparently want a wreck to happen, and then went to 17. He just bounced off the wall. All the Roush cars have hit the wall. Michael Kazi's now hit the wall in that Zest Ford. Henley's back there, Hummel's back there. Now Michael Kazi's back there. Don't know where Charles Jackson is actually right. Oh my goodness, there was a wreck. Huge crash. And Joshua Mudd got sent into the catch fence. Wow. That was a big crash. They're racing back to the line. Eric Burton led last time by. Richard Johnson tried to get the lead. He's not going to get off the corner. The 22 Dodge is going to lead him to the yellow flag for the first time today as we work lap number 6. First car today on lap 5. I don't know how that 8 car is driving away, but I knew that was going to happen. Joshua Mudd, the winner from Las Vegas. The EI cars have won the last 2 races between him and Steve Gonzalez. This takes a big hit out of their chance of making it 3 in a row. The Bass Pro Chevrolet, I don't even know what the heck you want to call that. It doesn't even look like a Chevrolet anymore. Wow, that car is destroyed. And the amazing part is he's driving. Apparently, I bet his helmet, I mean, his head has to be touching the ceiling now in that car. It is smashed down so far. It looks like a station wagon. I've never seen a car damaged like that. It just looks so weird, I guess. I don't know. There's Daniel Voiles. He's on pit road in the 77. There's Rhett Yates. That takes 2 of the DEI cars out right there. Rhett Yates has been the kind of the one that struggled the most out of the 3 drivers in DEI. Daniel Voiles, the outside, or I didn't mean to say Daniel Voiles. Daniel Hummel, my bad. He has damage. There is Ricky Hawk with damage. Trenton Dunham, Brody Banta, Anthony McCurry. Ryan Acosta has a lot of damage to his 09. And we got pit stops. There's James Qualls with damage. I gotta go up toward the front. Probably gonna keep up with Danny Wells because the pit road camera is not the world's greatest here. So Danny has the first pit stall, so we're gonna keep an eye on him and see how this race is off pit road. Daniel Voiles just barely starting the lead lap. See 2 tires on Richard Johnson. Danny Wells is doing fuel only. And there we go. Now we got a good camera. And Danny Wells is going to lead him off pit road. And it's a long wait to Eric Burton, who's second. There's Cody Lamas, third. That's Aaron Williams, the hometown boy, in fourth. Richard Johnson, and there goes the rest of the field. So it looks like we've got a couple new players at the front. Danny Wells apparently wanted to strategize and see how he could do back at the front. But we were under caution for the first time today for our huge multi-car accident in turns 1 and 2 that sent the 8 car, Joshua Mudd, the rookie, in the fence and flying. Let's go back and see what exactly happened to bring out the caution. Now, I really don't know exactly where this wreck starts. We're about to find out. This is a huge pack of cars right here racing. Waiting to see where the contact is. It's probably somebody on the bottom that's going to slide up. They're already 4 wide. Actually, let's go 5 wide. Now, who slides up here? Look, I'm watching the 60 of Daniel Hummel and see if he slides up. He has his teammate Charles Jackson on his back bumper. He does slide up. They're going to go 6. Oh my gosh, they're going to go 6 wide. And there's contact between the 24 and the 77. And then the 8 car got pushed up by the 7. He goes flying up in the catch fence. Look at that 8 car. Bounces off the catch fence. And he's riding it now. Wow. Seth Cole's actually in it too in the 52. I didn't see him get in it. And Joshua Mudd's going to flip over. Brody Banta was in it. Rhett Yates, Ricky Hawk, Anthony McCurry, Daniel Hummel, Daniel Boyles, Trent Dunham. There's Ryan Acosta. I think everybody else mainly escaped from that wreck. We'll have to go on board and see what some of these drivers saw. I think we need to ride on board with that 8 car, Joshua Mudd, and see exactly what he saw. On board the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet of Joshua Mudd before he takes a wild ride here at Auto Club when this happened. What a view we have of that wreck. And again, the amazing part is how in the world he's driving off from that, I don't know, but we know he's definitely done for the day when you see that smoke coming out of that race car. Tough race for Joshua Mudd and all the others involved in that huge multi-car crash. We'll get you back to the restart here at Auto Club right after this break. Alright, we are back and getting ready to go back to the restart here at Auto Club, getting ready to go. We'll be working lap 10 of 25 on the restart. 3 drivers dropped out of the race. Seth Cole, I don't know, I just didn't see that Seth Cole got in a lot of that wreck, but I guess he did. Joshua Mudd, obviously he's out, and Rhett Yates, another DEI car out. 2 out of the 3 cars out are DEI. Tough break for them. So Steve Gonzalez is carrying the banner for them. And kind of an interesting situation here. Daniel Boyles is on the tail end of the lead lap in front of the leaders, Danny Wells, Eric Burton, and everybody else. I don't know how much damage his car has, if he's going to be slow. We're about to find out what's going to happen on this restart. And the green flag is out, and he instantly pulls down to allow the leaders to go by, and he is slow. This is not good. Probably going to have to keep an eye on him as we got a battle for the lead. Well, if caution happened, it happened. We'll go back to it. Danny Wells wants to keep the lead. Cody Lamas wants it. I believe Cody Lamas finished 4th place in both the Cup and the Nationwide race at Bristol last week. That was just kind of a fun fact right there. But Cody is starting to try to, he's wanting to string a couple of good finishes together and try to get back up in the points. Struggling in both series, and obviously he would love to get a win. And Aaron Williams just got a huge run in the middle in that 33 car, kind of a different look to his car. We expect to see a blue usually, but this week it's the Ream and yellow Menards colors, the black and everything with it. And Williams is going for the lead now in the 33. Williams kind of had a quiet season so far. He's been in a couple of wrecks in some of the races. It's not really been much of a factor so far this season. Trying to think where these drivers are in points. Actually, Williams is right now. He came in this race 9th in the standings. Lamas, on the other hand, well, not as high. He's actually 41st in the standings in that 54 car. And look who's moved up to 3rd. That's Michael Norman. He got a heck of a run of Richard Johnson. It's slung past the Haviland Ford. 5th place right now is Aaron Reed. He's all over Richard Johnson as well. Aaron Reed's having a solid run right now in that Injustice Toyota once again. Teammate Jack Richards is back there sporting another game. That is the GameStop car of NASCAR The Game Inside Line. Jack Richards right now running in the, I think, well, he might be 9th. Actually, it might be 8th. But you see a lot of the Gibbs cars coming out. Usually you see Z-Line, that's the 18 car. That is not Aaron Reed right there. That is Rohit Vaderview. He was one of the drivers very disappointed in his run last week after the pit stop situation, the caution coming out. He had a top 5 going. Rohit is up there in the points as well, 5th in the standings. He's trying to crack his way into the top 10. He has Xavier Livingston down there in that 51. And he did not get off that corner that well at all. So it cost him right there. Here's Cole Dowley right here. He's having a good run as well. Haven't talked about him much. The Daytona pole sitter. He's, Austin Ogo. He just about got into it with Jack Richards. But we haven't really talked about Cole Dowley. He's just kind of been there and back, but not really much been talked about with this 9 car. Austin Ogo, again, he almost got in a wreck. That was a close call. Here's a driver that's actually been doing good a lot early in the season. He's had a couple of good runs. Joshua Osborne, the 81 car. He's had a great start to the season. He had a good couple of top fives this season, and he's just had a great run in this 81 car. A low budget, I guess you could say, you know, not a really big team, almost an independent team. He got his teammate Chris Dollarton. This team had to shrink back to 2 cars. The 70 car they had is no longer with them. So it's back to a 2-car team again. Dollarton's kind of slipped back through the field just a little bit. Actually, he's not top 15. He's actually 13th across the line right now. Osborne just gave up 5th place to Austin Ogo. The RCR cars are starting to show up as well. Go back here and see what's going on. There's Daniel Voiles and Daniel Hummel. They're back here off the pace. Ryan Acosta got his damage a little bit fixed. Trent Dunham has a little bit of damage as well. There's Brody Banta. Dylan Young's back here with James Qualls, who never really recovered from that damage inside his car. He actually did get it fixed. Doesn't have the scratch anymore. And there's Danny Wells. What in the world? I was wondering where that 5 car went. He just dropped back. And now he's pitting. He was the leader on the restart last time by. He was, well, I don't think it's up to date anymore. But Danny Wells, the pole sitter, is coming to pit road. I don't know if this, I have no idea if this is scheduled or not. We have 10 laps to go. Maybe it's strategy, I don't know. And again, he's the only one that pitted. See if anybody else pits this time. I think we do have people pitting. Not quite. Go through the field and try to find some more people. There's Alex Jones, the points leader. See if we cross the line this time. I think he's still. Oh, he's 12th. He's in a different look this week. He has a Florida Gulf coaster something. Pacey. See, I don't even know what the sponsors are myself. He's right now running 12th. Really becoming a very consistent driver this season. Trying to get a win. He's doing what he has to do. He kind of started a little bit toward the back, I believe. And it looks like we have some cars pitting. Includes Michael Norman, who took the lead from Aaron Williams, didn't even know it. And he's going to lead him down to pit road. And it sounded like they just about wrecked. And Austin Ogo just passed him coming to pit road. And Norman, wow, what is, wait, is this pit stall right up here? No. Norman's letting people go. What is this? Michael Norman's just slowing down. It's like he's almost looking for a spot in line. Now he's speeding back up. He's just like about 5 people in front of him. That's not going to help him at all. And I saw a couple cars pitting. Oh, that was Trent Dunham. He's off the pace. The leader right now is Aaron Williams, Richard Johnson, and Danny Wells right in front of him, so he might benefit from this. There's Johnson. There is Joshua Osborne, Cody Lamas, Cole Dowley, Rohit Vaderview, Chris Dollarton with some damage, Charles Jackson, Luke Walker, Randy Carpenter, Zohar Martin, Jack Richards, Mike Becker, Barney Ward, Dylan Young, James McLeod, and Danny Wells is in front of the other guys, and he's by himself. I believe he's past them. He's really far ahead of Austin Ogo, who was not the first one off, or actually on the pit road. Michael Norman was, and look how far back he is. Where is he at? There he is. He was leading the race before these pit stops started, and he's mired back about 10th car out of pit road on this cycle. And here's all these drivers. I'm telling you, Danny Wells might just really strategize this right. Trying to figure out where he's at. Or is he still a lap down? It says Danny's a lap down. We'll see where he cycles out. Danny might not be the leader after all. Something must have happened. This might be the battle for the lead right here. Aaron Williams is coming out first. His teammate Austin Ogo is on a charge right now. He's going to be right side by side with Richard Johnson for second. It looks like Williams might hang on to the lead. Here comes Ogo. A couple teammates right here. Oh, he slid up in front of him. He didn't want him to pass. And he's still blocking him. Wow. I guess there's a lot of pride in wanting to win this race, but I guess blocking your teammates is one way to do it. But I'm not going to be very, very happy in that payday Chevrolet right now. Actually, okay, I'll pass you on the inside then, if you want to block me on the outside. Danny Wells is not the leader after all this. He's back on the lead lap, but he's in 38th. So something did happen to Danny Wells and we didn't see it. We'll have to go back at the conclusion of this race and see what happened. Right now the field has been separated big time after the pit stops. Got a battle here. I think it's for 12th place. Actually, I don't know what it is. Joshua Osborne is trying to, I think, stay in front of Rohit Vaderview if things would happen. And that was for That was for 13th place. And look at this gaggle of cars right here. It's Justin Williams, he's moved up here. And Mike Becker, a couple of drivers we haven't talked about today. Jack Rasmussen, another guy needing a good run. They're up here running well. Aaron Reed up there. Cody Lamas kind of slid back just a little bit. Look at Xavier Livingston, another low budget team. He's up here in the top 5. More of an independent team. Not Westco this week for the first time this season. And that 51 car is running pretty well right now. Solid run for him. And look at Sam Young. Where did he come from in that 66? If I'm correct, I'm thinking about it right now on the top of my head. This race 1 season ago was won by Luke Walker. And then, yes, that 66 car won this race 1 season ago. And Austin Ogle just gave up the lead. He's almost off the pace somewhat. I think he got out of the groove and he had to regroup now. Richard Johnson's been trying to use that bottom all race long in that 28. And you can see that problem. He can't slide up and hit those cars. He has to give way. It's really going to cost him down the straightaway now with that speed disadvantage. He's already lost so much right there coming off the corner. 3 wide for third between Sam Young, Richard Johnson, and Xavier Livingston. And actually Sam Young was the one that backed out of that situation. I guess he saw them, thought they were going to wreck. Well, this is almost looking like a scripted story. How Aaron Williams is right now leading this race. He is a native person of California. Would love to win at his home track. Austin Ogle wants to spoil the party. 21's looked like he's been pretty fast in the later part of this race. And we're going to have 2 laps to go. Top 5 up there. Mike Becker's now emerged into 6th place back there in that 43. He's kind of peeked his way up here. Solid day for him. He had a rough start to the season. And Austin Ogle is all over the back bumper of Aaron Williams Jr. He's actually pushing him down the back straightaway. Let's see how close they are. Oh, he's going to peek to the inside a little bit. He's thinking about it. Man, he's all over the back of that 33. Look at that. He's still trying to get around him. He had to let up, though. And, oh, he actually moved his teammate up the track. Coming this time will be the white flag as Richard Johnson makes a dive to the inside. 1 lap to go for Williams. Ogle has Richard Johnson now to worry about. Johnson, again, been working that bottom all race long. And now it's to the inside of Aaron Williams for the lead. But the thing is, can he clear him off the corner? He's almost there. He doesn't have them quite cleared. We might be setting up for a photo finish here. Williams going to use the high side. Johnson on the bottom. He's actually going to use the slide job. He couldn't do it. They're going to drag race to the line. Williams, Johnson, coming down to the stripe. It's going to be Aaron Williams winning here at Auto Club. That was a great finish. Wow. I actually wasn't expecting to see a photo finish today here. Heck, what was I saying? The racing was great today. Aaron Williams, the Ream Menard Chevrolet out of RCR. That 33 team is going to victory lane for the first time this season. A championship contender from a season ago. Looking like nothing has changed. Poised to win a championship here, trying to this season. And this is a good way to start with that. The win here at Auto Club. He takes the Royal Purple 300. And the race is now saved. And everybody's finished, so it is unofficial now. Congrats to Aaron Williams Jr. and the whole 33 team on the victory. I don't know how many wins he had last season. See, I would say, but forgot. But I'll probably mention it the next race as he pulls into his pit stop with everybody else. Richard Johnson, a effort right there, almost got it. Trying to get a win in both series right off the bat early this season. He'll end up second. Austin Ogle, good run for him in third. Xavier Livingston fourth. Mike Becker ends up fifth, gets the top 5 for the 43 team and the king himself. Sam Young, wow, car 66, finishes 6th. That's not bad luck. Justin Williams, another one of the Williams, native here. His brother wins the race. He finishes 7th. Good run for the Williams boys. Aaron Reed will end up 8th. Cody Lamas 9th. And last week's winner, Steven Gonzalez, will finish 10th. Points leader Alex Jones will finish 11th. Zohar Mutton 12th. Jack Rasmussen 13th. Joshua Osborne 14th. Rohit Vaderview 15th. And the rest of your top 20. Michael Norman, who was leading, then had a questionable decision to let cars pass on pit road. Really cost him and dropped him to 16th. Liam Mervig, Randy Carpenter, Luke Walker, and Michael Kazi is your top 20. In the rest of your field, Jake Rogers, Eric Burden, Charles Jackson, James McLeod, Anthony McCurry, your top 25. Followed by Cole Daly, Sean Hindley, James Qualls, Brody Banta, and Ron Acosta, your top 30. Then we got Ricky Hawk, Trent Dunham, Chris Dollarton, Jack Richards, Barney Ward. Danny Wells is up 36. We'll have to still try to go back and figure out what the heck happened to him. Dylan Young, Daniel Hummel, the last car's on the lead lap. Daniel Voiles, 1 lap down. And the three drivers that retired from the race and did not finish today were Rhett Yates, Joshua Mudd, and Seth Cole. Now, we're going to go back and check out and see maybe if we found what exactly happened to Danny Wells that got him so far back. Well, actually, I went back and looked at it, and Danny actually had hit the wall just about like everybody else had that had hit the wall previously. And he hit the wall and he dropped back, ran a couple laps, about 26, and then I think he hit it one more time, and he just went to pit road, and he sat on pit road a little bit longer than he should have, and that's why he got really far behind. So Danny just has some extended damage to the right side of his race car, and he had to sit on pit road just a little bit longer to fix some of it to get back on the track, and that's why Danny ended up 36. But here's your results again, just one last look, since I didn't have to do the replay after all. But again, congratulations to Aaron Williams Jr. and the whole 33 RCR team for the victory today here at Auto Club. The Royal Purple 300 is done. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to comment, subscribe, like, whatever you would like to do. And stay tuned for the Mountain Race Series as they head here to Auto Club for the next race. That should be a good way to wrap up the Auto Club weekend. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you guys for the Cup race and next week's Mopar Nationwide Series race. See you soon.